Hey, what's up guys? Goatboy here. Today we have Galaxy Toolbox versus... Oh, I should think about it. Versus Magnamon Armors. So I start by going into Coronamon and then playing Wisteria Memory Boost to grab one of these Digimon, and we grab a Lekismon. So I wanted to upload this match. There are two really big mistakes in it, and misplays. But this is a really good kind of demonstration of how to deal with Magna X if you still have problems with it. So my buddy goes into Vmon, and then he'll play the Wisdom, or the training to grab the Magnamon X, and he's going to play the Armor Digivolution, look at the top three, and grab the Davis, and grab the Flamedramon, and then rest goes to the trash. So I go ahead and promote Coronamon. I'm trying to get started here, because Galaxy is very memory efficient. Go to Lekis for 2. We go to top 3, we get max value here. We decide to grab the Flaremon and the Galgamon. We tuck to gain 2 from the Corona Inheritable, and the egg lets us go for 1 into Galgamon. We both draw a card, and then I gain a memory since I have 3 or more sources. So basically I just evoed for free, which is really good. And then we pop the Wisteria to go to 4. So you pretty much have the world's our oyster. I play the Tamer to tuck and then evo for free. So we evo into another Galgamon. We both draw 1, and then I gain another memory. The Galgamon's so good. Evo for 1 into the Crescimon. We don't get to stun anything because nothing's on the board. Then we get to go to Apollo. So here I get to swing a security. This is for 3 checks, by the way. And of course, as every person who's playing against Magnamon Armors, I hit the I hit the D-Digivolve, and this is the first misplay. My stack should be dead because I do not have an inheritable to go over 7k, so I should absolutely be dead. But anyway, he promotes up. He goes for 1 into the Flamedramon, goes to swing, and then realizes that he can't raid to add top security to hand, so he's kind of debating on it. So he ends up swinging into my security. So I tell him that I'm really big, because on this turn, I have a DP boost. He swings into me, dies, then does the effect of the Armor Digivolution to go into an armor for free. So he's going to go into the Magnamon that buffs itself, so it gets buffed by 2k. Because there's an armor form in trash. So he's sitting at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12k. He goes to swing at security, and he hits a Hexablow. And I believe here is where he technically does die, so he would have to armor purge here. And then he goes into Magna X for, I believe, 1 memory here. No, he goes in for 3 memory. And then goes into Magna X, he unsuspends, gain 3k and more immunity. And he kind of decides on whether or not he's going to swing again, but he decides not to, and then just plays a Davis to play a Vmon to get his Scourge on a little bit. And then he grabs the Vmon off of this Scourge. Then let's go to the bottom. So two big misplays right in front of each other. I should not have a stack, and he should have not a body on the field because Magna X should have. He might not have been Magna X. So I go into Ludamon in the back for 0. I do the effect of the the Coronamon to gain 2 memory. And then I evo for cost reduce into Crescimon. I draw 1, trash 1. And this is like kind of the main game plan you want to do. So I go ahead and I stun the Magna X so it cannot suspend until the end of his turn. So even though he's immune, I still get the effect because it lingers. I go into Flaremon by the Tamer effect. I tuck underneath, and then I can pop the Vmon. And I play the Ludamon Searcher, and I'm grabbing 2 level 4s, I believe. Yeah, I go ahead and grab the Firemon and the Lekismon from this. I go ahead and bottom deck the Crescimon. So now I've got rid of his ability to hit a security this turn for both times. And then I evo for 2 into the Lekis to get max value, and I decide to not grab the Tamer because I already have a memory setter, so there's no reason to grab another one. So he draws for turn. He hatches, and then he gains a memory from Davis because he does have a free attribute Digimon on the field. Goes into a Vmon for 0. Then plays another Davis, which allows him to play another Vmon. So he's going to play out the Vmon that evos for 1 less. I'm just kind of thinking on which one to evolve into. He evos into the new one for 3. And then he minuses 2 for each armor form, so he does delete the Lekismon, which does kind of suck. We promote the Lunamon. I would have bounced the Lekis back to him to gain 2 memory. So we evolve into Firemon over the Lunamon. Look at the top 3. We do get max value again. We'll grab the Apollo and the Lunamon. We tuck to gain 2. And we get to Evo for 1 less into Lekismon. Since I have 2 of the same sources, I get to play a Tamer. So we play the new Sayo out, which I definitely realize how kind of good the new Sayo is after this game. We go into Cressa for 1, and then we get to stun something again. And since the Magna X is not immune anymore, I can stun whatever I want. So I believe I end up stunning the Magna X anyway. I use the effect of the Tamer to tuck the level 5 underneath to evolve the other stack for free. Another reason why that Tamer is completely broken, because I can do that for free. Since I have 2 of the same level, I get to strip some sources, and then we bottom deck the Magna X, so we don't have to deal with it anymore. I'm trying to think of how to get rid of that last body. So we do swing at security. Even though he has blocker, I get to swing, and I'm really big right now. I actually only have a 2k buff, so I'm 14k. So I hit the Digivolve again, and technically I should be dead because I don't have the 2k inherit. I would have to do the effect, the protection, to strip 2 sources if I wanted to. So I go and swing at security, and then I Evo into the trash for free because reduced by 2, and then reduced by 2 again to the Firemon. I do not get to blow it up since the Magnamon's too big, but he does let it go through. I hit a Vmon, so that's pretty cool. And this is how I get rid of this body. So I Evo into the Apollo Ace. That will minus it by 4k, and then it will delete it. And since he will try to Armor Purge, it will immediately die since Vmon is less than 4k. He draws return, he promotes, gains 2 memory from his Davises. So I am only a little nervous because he can probably go into another Magna X. He doesn't scramble, he just does the normal effect of the Vmon to reduce this Evo cost. He doesn't end up playing the scramble. This is kind of us discussing. He's like, oh wait, it's the same thing. So he swings with the Magnamon, and then he gets to count up how much DP he's going to gain. So he does gain a lot of DP, so he is huge. So he has to draw 1 from his effect. He does hit a level 5, so he's okay. I mean, he's currently huge. He goes for 2 with the training. He does grab the Flame Dramon from that. In the past turn, he attaches the X antibody because he's like, I don't want to get bottom decked. Little does he know, the Dianamon bottom decks with 1 or less sources, not with just 0 sources. He plays the option, the Armor Digivolution. He ends up just grabbing the Flame Dramon and trashes the rest. So we unsuspend. We're in a pretty good spot right now because I don't think he runs aces in his list. So I gain 1 memory from Sayo because he has a Digimon. So I start at 4. Go into it in the back. We use the the Corona effect to gain 2 memory by tucking it underneath. Then we Evo for cost reduced. So I strip all the sources, and he goes, well, I have X antibody. And I'm like, well, Dianamon bottom decks with 1 or fewer sources, which is just some good power creep because I don't have to worry about the X antibody at all. So he does get bottom decked. So I'm not really worried. I do have multiple swings here. We tuck from the Corona to gain 2 memory. And then go into Crescimon for 2, draw 1, trash 1. We stun one of the Davis because it doesn't really matter. We get to stun something, and I might as well just stun one of the Davises, even though I don't suspend at all. We swing with the Dianamon. We hit an Armor Digivolution. He looks at the top 3, and of course he's like, oh, there's the Magna X I need. And he grabs the Davis, trashes the rest. We evolve into Mirage, and he bounces the top security to hand. And he's like, oh, I'm just going to play it anyway, just to see what was on there. So he looks at the top 3, doesn't really grab anything. Nothing he really wants. And I have some cards in hand because I get to gain a bunch of memory. I get to gain 2 memory, I believe. No, I get to gain 3 memory. And then I swing for game. So, yep, we do take the match. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.